Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to swatch 17 foundations from my existing collection to see which one is the best shade match. I have some over here that work and some that don't work. I thought this might be helpful for anyone who is my shade twin out there, and I kind of want to know which ones are my best match as well. Ultimately, I selected one to be worn in today's video, and I think that it's a pretty good match. So if you'd like to find out more, then just keep watching. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I threw my hair up in a bun today because it's a rainy day and I've had like a busy day, and I just slapped it up for today's video. So we're looking a little bit rough right now. Yes, we are. I whipped together this really quick look after 17 swatches on my face. So not only am I going to swatch them so that you can see some comparisons, I actually put each foundation on my skin so that you can see what it looks like on my entire face. It was really tough for me to select one at the end that I thought was my best match. I'm kind of surprised by the one that I picked. Not only is it a good shade match, it looks really good on my skin. And you guys are going to probably be surprised by the one that I choose as well. After I swatch all of the products, I'm going to quickly put this makeup look together. So if there's anything on my face that you're curious about, I am going to do a really quick makeup look, and I will link all of the products down below that I'm wearing on my face today. You guys know I like to sometimes unbox some of my PR packages in the beginning of my videos, so I did want to shout this product out. This is from JLo Beauty. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I like JLo Beauty, but I haven't purchased anything. I've just used samples, and I have really enjoyed the samples that I have gotten, but now I get to try this out for myself, so I'm so excited. This is that JLo Glow Serum, and I think that I have actually used this before in the sample and really like it. And this is a beautiful, beautiful package. I cannot wait to use this now that I have a large size of this. That big screen is what I'm holding in my hand, and it is 30 SPF. So I'm assuming this is an SPF moisturizer. I'll research this a little bit more, but love, again, love the package. I mean, JLo Beauty, now she does make good packaging. And then this one I'm really excited about. This is That Star Filter. This one is in the shade Warm Bronze. I've seen people trying this on and talking about this, and I was really intrigued by it and actually wanted to try it. So I'm really happy that I have this so that I can see how I'm feeling this myself. So I am going to definitely give all three of these products a try, and I will come back to you guys with an update. So thank you so much to JLo Beauty for sharing these products with me and sending them to me to review. I cannot wait to try these, but I wanted to shout them out really quickly because I just got them in the mail yesterday and I'm super excited about it. I wanted to tell you guys all about it. We will talk about those later, but wanted to tell you about my PR package that I'm excited about. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have a whole lot of the ones that I wear regularly over here. I also know that sometimes foundations oxidize, so maybe as I'm applying and it's on my face for a while, we'll get to really see the true color of this foundation. So one of the first ones I want to swatch is this one by Chanel. I love this foundation. This is Chanel number 1, and it is in shade BD91. Don't judge me about these foundation bottles. They've been through some. So we're going to do a little small swatch here. And this is not very runny. It's sort of thick. And we'll just swatch a little on my face. And we'll just keep going until we get them all swatched. I probably need smaller swatches because that little dot went a long way. I have a lot of makeup wipes over here, so we're going to try to shear that one out some. And just imagine if that was blended out everywhere. All right, the next one I want to try is this True Match. I might do it here, guys, so you can see it a little bit better. This is N7 L'Oreal True Match. If I have a video trying out these foundations or wearing them, I will link them down below. Also kind of thick. And this one feels a little thinner going on. Quite creamy though. a little more neutral, and kind of look at how I have, you know, yellow tones. I have yellow here in my skin tone. This is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. It is oil free, and this one is in the shade Tan, and it's the smallest dot here. It's kind of thick, and I love this tinted moisturizer. It goes on like a foundation to me. It provides very good coverage. It is like oil free. It really locks in. As far as on your skin, it locks in. It doesn't slip around. It looks gorgeous. It was the first tinted moisturizer that I wore, and I loved it. Wow, actually that's right here. And that's kind of disappearing on my face. This is definitely a big favorite of mine. I love this one, and it looks pretty good there. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. This foundation, I think, is one of my deeper foundations. I tend to wear this one in the summer. And this is YSL All Hours Foundation. This is in the shade B70. Again, another favorite of mine. Love this foundation. It wears so well, very long wearing. Here's my little swatch here. Maybe I'll spread it out a little bit there so I don't put so much, but look how beautiful that looks really good on my hand. But let's go up here. I want to make sure I don't run into the other one because it has really disappeared. That Laura Mercier has disappeared. So let's see what we get up here. It's sort of disappearing too, but it's not disappearing on my hand. Kinda, it's kinda, sorta, maybe. I can see it though. I can still see it, but that looks great too. Wow. And you can see my face in some ways is darker than some parts of my skin. So it sort of like depends on what do you want to match to. Are you matching to the lighter parts of your skin? Are you matching to your face? Are you matching to your hand? What are you matching to? It looks darker than the others do. And I can't tell if this one is not blending in because there's so much of it, or if it's not one of the better matches. I want to make sure the Chanel has a chance, so I don't want it to be just sitting on top of my skin. I want to make sure it's sort of blended in a little. This is Giorgio Armani's Luminous Silk. This is in the shade 8.5. This is one of the first high-end foundations that I began to use here on my channel, and I used it all up, and then I didn't buy it again. I started buying other things, and I recently repurchased this during the Sephora sale, and it's a little more runny. It looks so weird on my hand, but I felt like it blended out so beautifully once I blended it out on the skin. So let's see. I'm going to start a little closer here. Maybe I'll be able to go a little further. It really does feel like exactly like the name, Luminous Silk. And see how even though it looks like this on my hand, it sort of disappears on my face. This is CoverGirl Clean Fresh. I really enjoyed this. This is the Skin Milk. It's very light foundation, and this shade is in 610 Rich Deep. Ooh, too much came out. Too much. It sort of reminded me of the Luminous Silk. Oh goodness, it might be like a dupe for Luminous Silk. It's very runny the same way. Got that orange color. Let's see what they look like beside each other. Wow. Wow. Look at that, guys. I might even be shocked by the time I'm done with this experiment. The Luminous Silk is kind of almost gone too. I can barely see it either. But those are very similar in how they feel and how they look. This took a while for me to match, and I think this is a pretty good match. This is the Rare Beauty Foundation in 410N. The first time I tried this, I picked the wrong shade. I think I ordered it online. I went in store and I matched this shade, and I think it looks pretty good. This is so interesting. All of the ones on this side so far are similar shades. Okay, very similar to the last two I just put on my face. They're disappearing so much, they're running together. But this is the Rare Beauty. This is CoverGirl. And Giorgio Armani's right here. I feel pretty proud of myself. These are some good matches. Good matches. I have 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, I have 10 left. I haven't worn this one on my channel yet. This is True Match Nude. It's a hyaluronic tinted serum. So it's similar to the one by Maybelline. I have that one over here as well. And this says 7-8 Tan Deep. This has a dropper. This isn't bad, and I have been wearing it. But it's a little deeper than the one by Maybelline that I chose. Okay, let's go all the way up here. I just want to make sure I can't quite see where the other one stops. So I'm scared. I'm scared to run into the last swatched one. I'm not sure how well you can see that, what this one looks like here. It's not bad. It blends in well too. You can barely see where it is. This one, on the camera, I can see where it stops and where the other starts. Just where they meet. But you can tell they really look good, especially with the tone of my skin. It would match really well. This is going to be hard. I thought this was going to be really easy for me to pick the one I wanted to wear for you guys. It's not going to be easy. I'm going to put the ones aside that all seem to really give me a fantastic match that I like the most over here. And then we'll just choose one to do at the end. Because they're all going to be really good, I think. So far of these that I'm going to pull, I like the Armani Luminous Silk. Because I just really don't know where that is anymore. I like the Rare Beauty and the CoverGirl. And I think from the other side, it took a while to kind of set. I still think that looks really good. So I think I'm going to go with the #1 as well as Laura Mercier. Those are going to be the ones that are still in the running. And these, even though they are good matches for today's experiment, some of these others are matching better. So I'm going to put these 3 aside and we're going to move on to the next batch. This is the Morphe Soft Focus Foundation in Rich 25. And I actually did a foundation review on this, but I was wearing shade 27, which I gifted to my daughter later. And I went back and purchased 25. Woo! I used way too much. Way too much. Just a little runny there. I think we're going to spread this out some because I definitely can't use that much in my swatch. One of the things I love about this foundation is it actually does what it says. It is a soft filter. Some of these might, just by the location of the swatch, might not do so well just by where it's located, but that's not bad. It kind of looks a little bit like L'Oreal True Match did, a little bit lighter. But imagine when this is blended out, how well it matches with sort of the yellow tones in my skin. So it may look lighter here, but blended out, it usually looks really, really good. Let's do a foundation stick. I like this too. This is the foundation stick by Huda Beauty. It is in Gingerbread 430N as a quick foundation. Let's see how I can blend this out. Try to warm up the product. This one I think matches very well with the yellow parts of my skin tone, like right here. Okay, still in the running. Still in the running, even though it's sitting on my skin. It's hard to blend out with my finger, but it still looks like when blended out everywhere, it will blend really well. This is Estee Lauder Futuristic Hydra Rescue SN2 Amber Honey. And it's been used quite a bit. Ooh, you can tell because that looks terrible. Let's clean that up a little bit. It looks terrible. Probably because it's in a squeezy tube, it's a little bit messier. But I wear it a lot. But I don't wear it on my channel often. I don't know if I've ever worn it. I don't know if I've ever worn it for you guys. So let's see. Wow, that's what this one looks like. It's one of the ones that I would consider to be a little darker. So I will wear this one a lot in the summer, or I make sure that I put like a nice concealer that brightens it. It sort of will brighten this shade a little bit. This definitely dark. It usually is deeper on my skin, but I will sheer it out some, and then I will apply a concealer that brightens it, and then with the powder it usually ends up working. I don't remember there being a lot of shade ranges for this. I purchased it online, so I didn't get to really test out a lot, but you can tell a huge difference with this one being darker. So I don't think it's gonna make the cut. I think that it's much deeper than the others. This is one of the newer ones to my collection. I talked about the Regenerate one, but this one is actually the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow. This one is 420W. When I look back over all the shades again after buying this one, I really do think this is the best one for me. It's a little lighter, but the next one seemed like it was much deeper. So I think this is still the best shade that I'm gonna get out of that foundation. And you can tell it's a relatively thick pump, and that's what this looks like. I don't know if it's gonna make the cut. I'll start here. No, it is definitely not. Yeah, it is quite light. Whenever I swatch one that's light, and that was very thick foundation as well, with the use of bronzer, you can tell that I can make this work. It's not that far off from the yellow that's in my skin tone. So I will complete my face and then bronze where I need to get it all to come together and work. But that is the Lancôme. A little light. Little bit light, but beautiful on. Beautiful, but I don't think it's gonna win this competition. I'm really happy to swatch this one for you guys because I did a video on this using 338 and 322 were the shades I think I used in that video because I didn't have this one. This one is the shade 330 and is the Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. And I think this is a good match, so we're gonna find out if I'm correct. Ooh. A lot. I love how this feels though. Okay, here we go. Wow, that looks pretty good. Definitely in comparison to that one. So you can kind of see what that looks like. I wish I had been spreading them out on my hand with the other ones that I've been trying for you guys. But look at how that beautiful glow. This is a wonderful foundation, regardless of it being drugstore. So if you haven't picked this one up, this is definitely one to get. If you can find your shade match, I love that foundation. Beautiful. Beautiful. I hope this one does well because I've really been enjoying wearing this one lately. There was a time when I started wearing this one by Mario that I thought it was too luminous for me and wasn't sure about it. But the more I wear it, and maybe as I'm aging, my skin is changing, the better it wears. It looks beautiful all day. And when I wear this foundation, I always get complimented on how I look that day. Someone will always say something about my makeup or my skin. And it's when I have this one on. This is in the shade 18W. And I did do a foundation review here on my channel. And again, I will link all of those reviews. And I think it's Surreal Skin is the name of this one. Surprised I could remember that. Very thick and creamy as far as how it feels. It's another one of those it's a little light, and do keep in mind my lights throw off the color just a little bit, but it's a little bit light, but it has that orange tint, so I think that's one reason it blends in nicely on my skin. But it's kind of acting like this one. It looks light when you first swatch it. Oh, I was hoping it was going to perform better. But again, look at how, even though these two are lighter, they blend nicely with the yellow in my skin tone, which is probably why they wear so beautifully. So don't be afraid if it's not perfectly matched to your skin. Even though I'm on the hunt to see which one I think is perfect, don't be afraid if it's not perfect, because that's what bronzer is for. You can use cream products, you can use powder, sculpt and contour and bronzing products to really define and add some definition. And even some of these lighter shades, because see how well it matches with my arm here. Even some of these lighter shades can still work. If you're looking for the absolute perfect match, because say you're a person that doesn't wear bronzer, you don't wear contour products, then we're going to figure out what our perfect match is. Maybelline is winning over here as far as matching the best. Help me from your homes and tell me which one looks the best out of these, because honestly the first batch that I did looks way better than this batch does. I think Morphe and Maybelline are the only two out of this bunch that I would say can even come close to winning this. I don't even like this because the undertone of this one is sort of irritating me, but they look similar. I think I'm going to dump all of these that I just put on my face except for the Maybelline. Because even though Morphe is coming close, I'm not feeling that one either today. So I'm going to go with the Maybelline from this bunch. This one is by Chantecaille. And this is in Agave. It's a Future Skin Cushion. The reason I added this one to this competition is this is one of these very unique products. It's very expensive, but it practically disappears on your skin. You're looking at it going, is anything there? Am I really putting it on? It's a cushion. So I'm going to try to see if I can get a swatch here. It's not disappearing today with this swatch. You can actually see it today with the way that I'm applying it. But I usually put this on, I think normally with a sponge, it comes with a little puff. And this is the second cushion that I have used. It comes with 2 cushions. It's expensive, but it does come with 2 cushions. And when you put it on with a beauty sponge or even a brush and you blend it out, it really does disappear on the skin and gives a most beautiful finish. So we'll see as I sit here to see, we'll see what it does. But right now you can see it. Okay, not disappearing. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever, and it is in 35N. So this is one of the last ones. It is a pretty good one too. And this is that orangey color. So those usually seem to be matching pretty well whenever I swatch those. If it has a little bit more of that kind of orange tint to it. I also think that in some cases, the way I'm having to swatch, like putting on more product so you can actually see the swatch, may also be contributing to how it ultimately looks. Like it may look different than it would look if you blend it out, where I'm not able to really blend it out when swatching. So this is what that one looks like. It blended out really pretty. It's blending out really beautifully. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This one looks pretty good. This one looks really good. I think that one looks great. I'm feeling pretty good about that one. Okay, this one's definitely in the running. And let's do the last one. My last one is Makeup Forever HD Skin. And this one is in the shade 3Y52. I actually think there's a neutral shade that I also could have worn. I think that's in a 54 maybe. But this is the one that I have. So let's swatch it up here so we can kind of see it against that one. But wow, that's going to be tough to beat. Even though this has been my ride or die, I would think that it would look great. But I'm not sure if it's going to beat this one. I don't even know where to swatch, y'all. Nope. It's not gonna do it. Nopey, nope. And again, just because some of these aren't working doesn't mean that they're not great when blended out. But they're not winning this contest. I'm gonna wait a few minutes though after I blend this to make sure it doesn't kind of oxidize a little bit. So the more I blend it, the more it sort of blends out a little. Very creamy. Photographs beautifully. I love this one. One of my go-to foundations. Has been very good to me. Full coverage. Probably says medium buildable, but I think it really provides excellent coverage. Sort of a natural finish. So you can kind of get a feel for how good this looks on the skin. I love that one too. But the clear winner here, I think, is the Best Skin Ever for this contest, because there can only be one at the end. I cannot wait to hear in the comments what you think of these swatches and which ones you think actually look the best. Please chime in down in the comments, because it's harder for me to tell on camera. I'm having to look at myself side-eyed. It's harder for me to tell. But you guys are watching me and you might be able to tell exactly which one looked the best of all of these. This is looking better and better as it sort of sets on my skin, but it's definitely lighter. I think this is the better match of the ones that I just used. So we're going to put this in the pile that is still under consideration. I said I was going to do a full face swatch of each one of these foundations. We're going to speed through it, and you guys pray for me. I'm going to swatch them all, and I'll start with the ones that we're not going to choose, and then we will continue on with the ones that are under consideration. So here we go. Still looks good. Looks good. Not too bad. I'm wiping the brush off in between on a little makeup wipe to kind of get some of that excess off each time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Still pretty good. Of the ones that are on the I don't think look that great side, or that aren't the perfect match, the Morphe and the Huda did okay. This one that I'm wearing right now, even though it's deeper, it looks pretty good. Sort of close to my hand, but it is definitely still darker. You guys are okay with it. I sort of want to move the L'Oreal True Match Nude over back to the matching side, because I think that it matched really well when I did my whole face. It probably still won't win for the end, but I want to put in the description box all of the ones that were a good match, and I think I should add this one back over to the other side. We're going to go on to the side that is a better match, but you should still be able to tell these were applied to my face and I immediately wiped them off. I didn't give them time to set, didn't give them time to oxidize, didn't have any other products on. So even if they looked a little bit light, or in some cases a little bit dark, when you apply other products with those foundations, they will all still work. But it just gives you an idea of what this looks like just on my bare skin. Let's go on to the products that are a better match, and let's see how they perform. Some of them might get booted to the not match side. This one sets really quickly too, by the way. The YSL, you have to move fast with this one. Okay, that's all of them. So now we gotta pick one to wear today. I think they all look so good of the ones that I kind of kept over here, but you should be able to tell how all of these foundations that I have, all 17, can be worn in some way. But the ones that I wore here at the end are definitely a little bit better match for my skin. It's going to be hard to choose. Like even the one that I have on right now is matching really, really well. Other factors are starting to play into what I like about the foundation. All of these were a good match, but some just had a little more coverage, or I just liked the finish a little better. I really liked how the Rare Beauty looked on my skin. It was sort of like, wow, I forgot how good that was. I was pleasantly surprised that this one was such a good match. Even though I have been wearing it on camera, this one matched really well, which is why I moved the L'Oreal over to this side. I tend to really always reach for this Chanel. Love how it wears, looks very skin-like. Like that one. This is an old new one in my collection, the Giorgio Armani, and I really think this is a fantastic match for me. And so is the Best Skin Ever. I thought that was also really, really good of the ones on this side. I thought these looked somewhat the best. I just wore the Luminous Silk in a recent video, so I don't think I'm going to choose this one, even though this is probably in the top 3, I think, as far as match goes. Wouldn't you guys agree? Maybe. I also think the Best Skin Ever is really up there as far as the match as well. I kind of want to wear it, and I also kind of want to wear the Rare Beauty. And I haven't worn the Rare Beauty in a while, so let me ponder. This was a hard decision. I kind of think that if I was picking a foundation to wear for the rest of my life based on shade match, I would probably go with one of these two, just because I like these foundations. They're like 2 of my favorite. I just like how they wear. The one that really blew me away when I first swatched it just now, like that I really wanted to wear for you guys, was this Rare Beauty one. Like I'm like, oh gosh, that's really pretty. I haven't worn this in a while. Should I pick this one? But I think based on match, I should probably pick the Sephora Best Skin Ever. This is the one I'm gonna use for today, but know that I think all of these work. So let's put on a quick makeup look and see how I did as far as my pick. So come along for the ride. We're gonna go fast. Okay, we got a little frizz going on. So here we go. This is what we're looking like. What do you guys think as far as the match? Now that I have on a complete face. I did highlight with concealer, so you're gonna see me looking brighter here, but I think this looks pretty good. What are your thoughts? So I did want to just at least finish one complete look. Did I choose well as far as choosing one of my foundations that give me a really, really good match? And just because some of the foundations that I have here don't match as well, doesn't mean they don't have a shade match that's better for me. These just happen to be the ones that I chose to pick up and purchase. I could go back to that brand and try to choose again and see if I could get a better shade match. I just wanted to do this for fun today to see of the foundations I currently use and that you guys see me wearing on my channel, which ones are the best match. Just curious for my own knowledge and to help anyone who is using me as a shade reference. I'm really surprised by the one that I am wearing right now. I never thought when I started this journey that this $20 foundation from Sephora collection was going to be the one that I would choose as the best match for today's video. Again, there are others that are a really good match, but this is the one that I kind of thought was the winner in a way, if this is the one on my face. I'll be sure to link everything that I have on my face in the description box, as well as videos where I am featuring some of these foundations. So I hope that you all have enjoyed today's video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will respond. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.